accumulation. Chris?
We'll check in with Chris after the break. New at 9, major internet providers have pressed pause on a plan to roll out 5G signals near U.S. airports. But the controversial technology is already causing some issues for some travelers. We'll explain.
Well, let's head outside and give you a live look. This is at West 2nd Street in Easley, where you can see those snow-covered roadways. Lots of secondary areas dealing with the same situation here. We'll break it all down in your news coming up.
Committed to you. Fox Carolina. The morning news starts now.
Ice, ice, go away. Slick spots remain on some local roads this morning, prompting another day at home for students. And the White House promised free COVID tests for every household, and now they're finally becoming available. We're going to talk to you more about that process, tell you how to get through it. Good morning. I'm Margaret Ann Carter.
I'm Margaret Burnquist. Thanks for being here on The Morning News. Meteorologist Nicole Pape here with the big story of the day. It's a much better day out there, Nicole, but bracing for snow and ice possible?
Yes, again on Friday. That's the day to watch this week. So today it's actually pretty calm. We still have some melting to get through. We still have some rain to get through by tonight, but the day itself looks mostly dry and quite nice. It's up to 40 degrees now in downtown Greenville, 37 for Asheville, though some surrounding the mountains, Hendersonville, Brevard, you're both in the 40s, and it's still below freezing down toward Lawrence, but climbing as we get into the next few hours. A few snow flurries have happened across the Tennessee line, and while we do watch rain showers in Tennessee, they won't get to us until mostly tonight. So your day itself looks mostly dry. Highs reach the 40s to lower 50s. Now into the days ahead, we do have to watch for changes. Tomorrow we'll have lingering showers mostly in the morning, highs back in the upper 40s. Then Friday stays in the 30s, and we're going to watch from south to north. I'm talking Midlands on inland to see snow and wintry mix build in. So the upstate could actually get some first before the mountains. I'll tell you what's expected with that system coming up in a couple of minutes. It's 9:01, Chris. How are the roads right now?
Yeah, accident-wise, we have a few things. Otherwise, ice and packed snow still a problem in a lot of secondary roadway areas around the area too. So you never know when you're going to turn on one and get on one. So just take your time and be careful and just kind of be looking ahead if you're going to be heading heading out. Still a number of roads that are not good out there. Centerville Road at Sandy Springs Road, Northridge Drive around Oak Hill Drive. Injuries are reported with that crash there in Anderson. Greenville County, New Harrison Bridge at Harrison Bridge. And a rollover, overturned vehicle right now at Verde Boulevard, right near Salters Road. That is being worked by the Greenville Police. And in Spartanburg County, Victor Hill Road at Tower Street, along with U.S. Main Street, U.S. 29, around the Plainview Drive area there in Spartanburg County. Another look here at Pelham at 85, still pretty slow. Moving along, backed up about exit 56, down through Pelham and to exit 51. Northbound lane moving along fine. Again, no weather issues on the interstates. Really pretty much all of those are dry and clear.
It's another e-learning day for most students in the upstate. 3 days later, and roads are still trying to thaw out. Streets in many neighborhoods are still packed with ice and snow. And Fox Carolina's Grace Runkle is live in Greenville. Grace, now you have been out there every day and you've been seeing how this ice has been affected. Are you seeing it trying to thaw out? What have you seen?
Well, now that the sun's finally coming out, we really are starting to see it thaw out a little bit more on those residential streets. If you take a look here, we're right off Butler Springs Road. I've got my shovel. And now that the sun's out, really easy to just kind of chip it away. But if you take a look out over Butler Springs, you can see this is really why districts had to call for another e-learning day. You can see it's pretty much completely iced over in parts, making it slippery for kids walking to the bus stop, but also a little more treacherous for those drivers trying to navigate through these neighborhood streets. So we've been monitoring the roads, so have those school districts. We know that Greenville County Schools has decided to do an e-learning day, so have Anderson, Spartanburg, Oconee County, Pickens, a lot of districts here in the upstate deciding to go virtual, and if not completely virtual, many of them are operating on some sort of delay. Now, if you're looking to get rid of some of the ice around your home, maybe you don't want to wait on that sun to finish melting it, we do have some tips. This morning we tried out a couple different methods for melting ice. We tried rubbing alcohol, a mix of water and vinegar, baking soda, and we found that vinegar mix, that was the most effective for us. Now, it didn't completely get rid of the ice, but it did help kind of break it down so that when we went out there with our shovel, it was pretty easy to remove it. So now that, the sun's coming out, it's getting a little bit warmer. Now's a good time to head outside, break up some of the ice with your shovel, maybe try out some of those different techniques we've been doing this morning. And if you're interested in doing that, head to our Fox Carolina News app because we've got the different details you need and the ratios right there for clearing up the ice that may still be lingering around your home. Margaret Ann.
Reminder, you can stay up to date by downloading our free Fox Carolina News app as well. There you can see the latest weather alerts and our local radar. You can also see all those tests that Grace has been running and any school changes that'll be also running at the bottom of your screen. New this morning, we're learning more about how the Biden administration will distribute free N95 masks. Here's what we know right now. 400 million masks will be available starting late next week. They're going to be a network of local pharmacies and community health centers that you can pick them up. The same places that are distributing vaccines, basically. Now, officials say that the program will ramp up quickly and should be fully up and running by early February. All right. Well, starting today, you can order at-home COVID tests for you and your family. The White House has officially launched this site right here, and we are on the site live. So I'm going to show you where to click. You're going to go order free at-home tests. Brings you to this page, right? You're going to scroll down, enter your contact information, all of your shipping, address information, and all of that. Now, Fox Carolina's Lindsay Gibbs has been walking us through everything that we need to know before you click that order button this morning. Tell us a little bit more about what we need as we're preparing to order these, Lindsay.
Right. Margaret Ann, it's very simple to do. You can just go to our Fox Carolina News app or go on our website. We've got the link in here for you ready to go. Just go to covidtests.org. You are already kind of navigating the website a little bit. I'm going to show you a little bit more in depth, though. They do have more information resources on here, as well as resources on how you test yourself and other people around you. Now, there is a 7 to 12 day shipping time process that it's going to take for you to be able to get these at-home COVID tests. But it's fairly simple to do. All you do is just click, and it's free, $0 to get the testing kits, as well as $0 for shipping. Now, the government is working with the Postal Service to deliver these kits to your household. On Thursday, President Biden announced he's ordering 1 billion tests to help with the long lines and lack of testing kits on shelves. The website officially launches today, and we got a chance to talk to people downtown who have already ordered their kits. Take a listen.
It really was easy. I just clicked the link on there. It tells you to fill in your name, your address, and that's pretty much it. And it says you'll get a notification once they ship out.
Now, there is a 4 kit per home maximum. Already there have been reports of issues with people living in the same apartment trying to order kits above that 4 kit limit. And the U.S. Postal Service says if this is an issue, it's been within about a small number of orders. They say if you do run into this problem, you can file a service request with USPS, and that link is inside of our Fox Carolina News app. Now, of course, if you can't access this on a computer, if you don't have access to a laptop, you can also do it on your iPhone as well. You can just scroll down, and it's very mobile friendly. And if you don't have access to either of those things, I would suggest just going to a public library and using the laptops there. Margaret Ann.
Well, if you've been waiting a long time to get your COVID test results back, DHEC is offering an apology. The agency says that the delays are unacceptable and they're looking for a solution. DHEC says that 97% of COVID tests are processed outside labs that are not owned by DHEC. Now, the agency says that many of these labs are experiencing some major backlogs and staffing shortages. They did release a statement saying DHEC sincerely apologizes to all those negatively impacted by the substandard performance of select vendors and is working diligently to correct those issues. They also released new COVID numbers yesterday, and the agency reported nearly 13,000 new cases along with 3 new deaths. The latest round of tests was 32.7% positive. Fox Carolina has continuing coverage of the pandemic and what you need to know to stay safe. You can tune into all of our newscasts for updates and download our free Fox Carolina News app.
Happening now at 9:08, an ongoing dispute over 5G technology in the U.S. is creating disruptions for international travelers. A number of international airlines have canceled or changed flights scheduled for today. Several internet providers had planned to turn on their high-speed 5G service today, and there was concern it would interfere with safety instruments of airplanes.
What the concern is regarding the radar altimeter. The radar altimeter is just simply an instrument that sends radio signals from the airplane down to the ground when they bounce back, and it tells the computer systems and the pilots how high the airplane is above the ground.
Well, Monday, executives from the largest U.S. airlines penned an urgent letter to the White House saying, to be blunt, the nation's commerce will grind to a halt. They warned upwards of 1,000 flights could be disrupted per day should 5G be launched. The telecom industry has not commented on that letter, but previously said 5G is safe. The Biden administration is in talks with federal agencies, wireless carriers, airlines, and manufacturers to sort out a solution without sacrificing safety. Well, getting an attorney does not mean that you're going to sue somebody. Up next, the benefits of legal representation that you may not have considered and why it's good to have a trusted friend in your corner. And a live look for you as we head to break over a snowy Clemson as we wait for all of the melting to finish. You're watching Fox Carolina, committed to you. We're back right after this.
The following segment is sponsored by Smith Injury Law and 300hurt.com.
If you found yourself in an unexpected situation, you'd want a trusted friend by your side, or in some cases, that may even be an attorney who's looking out for your best interest. Attorney Richard Smith is with us this morning to talk about it. Hi, thanks for being here.
Good morning, Margaret.
What do you think are some of the main misconceptions that people have when they're talking about getting an attorney?
Well, the first thing they think about is, can I afford an attorney? And the reality is all the cases that we handle are based on a percentage of the recovery. So if we don't get in a settlement for you or get a verdict, you don't owe us any legal fee. Now, costs are a different matter, but costs are a different issue. But basically, that's what we do. Also, people think you're going to have to file a lawsuit, and that's not the case. That's the last resort, not the first resort in a case.
Right. And there's a lot that goes before that. But when it comes to litigation, it's important to understand that other parties are going to have other loyalties, aren't they?
Right. The insurance company does not work for you. They work for the person that hit you and caused the accident. And they're not going to make you the best possible offer. They're going to try to get you to take the least amount of money. So that's why it's important to have somebody that works for you, not for the insurance company.
And it's also important to point out that the insurance company may not be paying the depreciation. So everybody in an accident kind of loses in that case, right?
Yeah, that's the thing that I've been talking about for some time, is that the laws on depreciation were written before we had Carfax. Now, any accident that you're in, you're going to have that reported to Carfax, and it's going to make your car worth less money. And it's very difficult to get insurance companies to pay close to what the depreciation actually is now.
Yeah. And when we talk about why being represented really matters, attorneys also provide services like negotiating down medical bills. A lot of people don't realize that's part of it.
That's very true. Usually medical providers will give you a 10% cash discount if you're unrepresented. We can do a lot better than that most of the time, depending on the facts of the case and how much the settlement is. We can negotiate the bills down quite a bit sometimes.
Well, at Smith Injury Law, your practice areas include personal injury, workers' compensation, car and truck collisions, and Social Security disability claims. Anything else you want people to keep in mind before we let you go today?
Just know that it never costs anything to talk to us. We give free consultations, and we're here for you. And you can always go check us out at our website at 300hurt.com as well.
Absolutely. We'll put that on screen now, 300hurt, or visiting 300hurt.com. Richard Smith of Smith Injury Law. Thanks, as always, for the conversation.
Thank you, Margaret.